Hello and welcome back to another session of Google.rs. It's Byron speaking. And in the previous session we have made we've done some refactoring in the file lock implementation, and now I think we should adjust the previous cargo implementation to deal with these changes. And not to forget, this PR here, concurrent cargo, is already closed. Because that fine-grained amount of control is something that is indeed hard to maintain and could lead to all kinds of issues down the road. So yes, I agree, even though it worked for me, and I will keep this version around just in case I have to recompile Google.rs at some point, hoping that it will work for a while, but it should. So now I think the only file we will have to adjust is lock.rs, which uses file lock. So look at that, access mode parse error. So here we go. So that's file name now, error as file lock error. Then we have fd error as lock error. And these ones here, that is going to be file name. Well, lock we don't want anymore. Well, actually we do, right? Wait, file lock. And we use it internally. So that's now called, let's rename it. Use file lock, file name, lock as file lock. Can there be multiple renames per line? I don't think so, but it's probably okay to do it that way. And then we have file name, access mode, and parse error. So let's rename these to what they are. At least the access mode is now different. That's just mode. And the parse error is something we... Oh, interesting. I think parse error is something we might have forgotten, huh? Yeah, I think that's something we have forgotten. Because the parse error is part of the utility module, but I don't think it's exported anywhere. Interesting. Parse error, yeah. So we have to re-export that as well. fd parse error, and file name the same thing. Parse error, there we go. Whoa, so that was close. Close call. So let's test it and verify this actually works. Yes, it does. Same with the documentation. How does it look like? By the way, if we search for parse error, do we get one? We get only one, even though I exported this one from 2 ones. I think it kind of realizes that it's the same thing. It shows you just the first one that it picks up, maybe. So what about mode? Also 1? Also just 1. Well, that's a good thing. That shows you that it's exactly the same type, I suppose. Okay, cool. Yeah, so let's push this. Fix, what is it? Fix module, fix exports. Export parse error type as well. Yeah, I totally forgot about that, but people might want to refer to that or use it in some way, as cargo does, right? So let's push this right away. And here we go. Cool. Now back to cargo. And Now this would actually work. Mode and parse error. Cool. So do you compile, my dear cargo? Make should show everything. It's interesting that cargo builds itself with a very old version of itself, but it's probably a good thing. So, no, lock kind. True, where's that coming from? Oh, down here. A pub use? I re-export lock kind because probably I use it elsewhere. Okay, so let's try to pub use file name kind as lock kind. Does that work? Maybe. Probably. And yeah, something important is to update this TOML file here. We use cargo adjustment branch. Oh, actually the cargo lock that we don't see in Sublime Text, because it must be adjusted to the actual version that we now have here. To the actual commit, it's this one. Otherwise, the tests have no chance of working. Not that it would matter here in the closed down branch, but let's just stick to the rules. Often enough, I've totally forgotten this. And yes, maybe I background that. And in the meanwhile, adjust this log file here. Which, yeah, I do have a local override. That's why usually I didn't see issues that arose from not having an updated log file. So, file log, here we are. Still the same version, but it's this commit now. Cool. So now we should be fine in that regard. This one is done. And yeah, I don't run the test because most of the stuff will not work in this condition, but that's expected and okay. So anyway, this is the version that we can use. Let's prepare a commit. Yeah, I think there was no particular naming scheme here, no AngularJS naming scheme. Refactor log adjust to changes in file log crate. This is really it. I mean, it's self-explanatory, just a few renames and an update. Cool. So that is that. It's 8 minutes. I mean, sure, we could make this an episode, or we keep going and say, well, let's create a new PR. Git checkout. And this lock implementation I totally want to keep. That's the most important one. Because we will reuse it for a new PR with the global lock. And I think, yeah, that's the only real change. Yeah, I think that should be fine. Cool. Good checkout. Master. Let's pull the latest. Yeah. Quite a bit changed here. My log file, I think I will just resave it, huh? And there we go. And let's create a new branch that is called global lock, because that's exactly what it's going to be. We shall put it into the module here. And I think a pub use is what we want. So mod lock, and now we can pub use self lock cargo lock and lock kind. I think that's pretty much what we had. So does it still build? I think it should, but we shall see. No. Oh yeah, true. We have to adjust our cargo lock. Our cargo lock and cargo toml. So let's switch back to. I should probably stash it. Actually, I like stash here because then I can easily set a title. I don't know how to do that on the command line. Probably is one lookup away from me knowing that, but yeah, laziness wins often. Yeah. VIP global lock, just so that I know what to reapply later. Oh, I didn't add this file yet. Stash pop stash. Yeah, let's pop it right away and add this file so that it actually is stashed as well. Unstaged changes, yeah, whatever, staged, unstaged. Stash it again. Global lock. It's kind of clear that it's work in progress, isn't it? There we go. So now this file is gone again. And we can go into the concurrency one. And take this particular line from cargo toml. And I think the cargo log file will be updated the first time we do this anyway. So there's no need to do anything else. For now we use my one, but eventually we want to use obviously the one that is on crates. But hey, one thing after another. So let's get back to the global log and dump this one here. There we go. And oh yeah, we have to obviously get the crate as well. Extern crate file lock, and we shall apply a pop the stash. So now we shall see. Yeah, I think I can abort this just because use Erno. Oh no! Erno in which version? I think file lock will tell us. Oh, 1.2. Okay. May try again. Extern crate Erno. You will see where that goes. After all, it's really just the first proof of concept that we want to make. And then we have to make it cross-platform compatible, which basically just requires us to do the file lock implementation for Windows. It should be that simple. But gee, I'm not looking forward to trying to build cargo on Windows, which is what I might have to do. But hopefully not. I think I should be fine with building file lock on Windows and verify it there, and then cargo should just work as well, and the bots can test it on all the platforms that they are. So up to date, and this one is building. Please wait. You can prepare commit in the meanwhile. And that's all right. That's totally all right. Boom, 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 boom. Modified Rust installer? I didn't mean that. Yeah, I think I will not commit this one. It wasn't me who did that, not explicitly. That's for sure. I did cargo log implementation. It was previously used in the concurrency, in the concurrent, come on, cargo PR. Let's link to it, why not, huh? Let's cross-link everything so that relations between these PRs are kind of imprinted permanently into the commit graph. It was previously used in the concurrent cargo PR at, let's have a short one. Not short enough. Like this. Cool. Does it work? It does. Nice. So that's the first thing. We add the implementation, and the second thing should just be to figure out where to lock it. And if we look, I think there was one function that does that relays all the commands. So if we go for cargo build, where is it? Here. Then they all call just one thing. Ops compile, is it that one? Ops package. Ops run. Okay, so let's see. I think it was all kind of the same thing, but maybe not. Damn it. Yeah, let's close a few things down here, huh? So this one, yeah, the thing is I still have to sprinkle locks around, huh? Because, or I could basically drop a lock here. Could do that too. Execute. No, wait. This execute is executed somewhere, and I think that was the location where you want to call this lock, because that's what they all have in common. They have this execute method, which is used somewhere. Is there a... So how is that done? Where, I think here maybe they compile all the stuff. Execute main without std in. That's the one. Here. Execute main. Call main. So we don't want to miss anything, right? So there might be something that uses std in. So maybe we have to put it here and call main exec. Does it all go down to exec? Yeah, I think exec is what we want. Where's exec coming from? Ah, it's a function. That's the execute function. Okay, good. So I think at the end of the day, we will have... Oh no, wait, process. Look, process is the one. Process is used everywhere. Cool. Where's that coming from? Probably from here, huh? Yeah. Yep, that's the one. So here we want to drop the lock. So util cargo lock and lock kind. Maybe I should call it cargo lock kind. Cargo error, CLI error, CLI result, human config. Yeah, I'm not sure. That can be part of the review. You know, who cares about names? Renaming them is easy. Easy enough. All right, I think I should be able to change to concurrency with, okay, I'm not. Huh. Okay. So let's stash it. I'm not able to quickly change there. Just to get the code we need with the error chaining and stuff. Where is the cargo lock? I thought that's not. Yeah, there are many registry files and I by default get the wrong one. I think it was here. Because here we have a cargo lock in use and can just copy this part to make it work. Git checkout global lock git stash pop. That's the one. Cool. So it's process. And here we want to get a lock somewhere. And I think it's going to be the home directory, not the cargo home, because that has to be created, but the home of the user. And yeah, that's pretty much it. In a way, we would want to lock the cargo home. And we can probably also do that with the implementation. Yeah, let's put the lock into the cargo home. Let's do that. It's just a .lock file, I think, for us. We will create intermediate directories, and we have a config here. Look at this, config home join. You do the right thing. So that's just a global lock hidden file, and it's gonna remain. What's the result here? Look, there's not even a result. Ooh. Huh. That's... Maybe I should put it here. How is the result handled? We don't want to panic. You wanna handle this gracefully, right? How is this gonna come down? Mud config. Oh, actually it's not gonna be there. Config is none. Then we set up the config here. And that's the result. It's a callback that we execute, and it has some result. And honestly, type inference. Here, CLI result. So here, we basically just put the log code into this part, process executed. And yeah, we have to put it here. So now we have a config optional. And I think we wanna put this code config ref. Want to put this here so that we kind of separate this. Let config ref be this. We expect it to be there after all. So we keep it alive and can still use it the way we expect to use it. So config ref home. That is that, huh? So here we got the lock. If we can't obtain it, fine, we bail out. Cargo lock, lock kind. Yeah, self config we don't have, that's config ref. All right, I think that could possibly compile and do what we want without breaking everything. Let's see. Compiling cargo 040, good. definitely the latest version. Yeah. So if that compiles, I'm relatively confident that the test will also work, provided there's no concurrency test already going on. But even if it was, by default, we basically just bail out. So no wait is the default, and we kind of explicitly say that we couldn't obtain a lock. Oh yeah, and we should probably change this. Failed to obtain global cargo lock. So that's a per user cargo lock. So basically all the cargos that share the same registry or the same home will run into this lock. Cool, so that worked. Make test. I think that's pretty decent. Let's prepare a commit. Use a global lock to determine. Yeah, in a way, this special handling code we shouldn't need anymore. Special handling code in lock here that kind of deals with that stuff. We can probably just remove it. And this stuff here with the directory, I think I want to keep it. But that only happened if multiple threads tried to lock the same resource and stuff. And now, we are in a non-threaded environment, basically, at this stage where we want to grab the lock. Global lock to determine if a command can run. Lock every primary cargo command. The lock is obtained in a place that is executed. Yeah. Damn it, it's so slow now. In a section shared by all cargo sub-command invocations. I'm not sure about the cargo run thing though, but it's all executed, right? So it's all grabbing a lock there, fine. By default, failure to obtain a lock will result in a graceful failure, or graceful abort will result in gracefully aborting the operation. However, it is possible to, we might, this one, we might want to change this to something else. Let's put a to-do. Rename config key. Something more suitable. It's possible to configure it to wait until a lock can be obtained. That's pretty much it, right? Cool. Find closest don't correct nonsense. This is something that usually fails for me anyway. But it happens to work on Travis. I don't know. Tab, did you mean add? So I think it's some white space error, is it? Don't know. Yeah. Find closest don't correct nonsense. So that's the implementation. Apparently, Where is that coming from? Which file? Test cargo. So this one here, find closest don't correct nonsense. Assert that PR, assert that XX with status 127, but where does it check the output? Don't correct nonsense. If a subcommand is more than 3 edit distances away, we don't make a suggestion. Yeah, I think the problem is that it actually did make a suggestion. But that's not my problem. I didn't do anything in that regard. No, fine, whatever. Let's quickly put this on here. Amend to this commit, and yeah, we are done. So I think in the next session we should set up a test case for this to test the options that we have, and just show that concurrent invocations now can fail kind of gracefully. I think that's it, but that shall be done next time. Thanks for watching and have a good day.